Maybe if I put my hair up for this one, they will forget that I have worn this outfit in all the intros and outros this month. See, it's a whole new look. Hair up, new look. Hair down, new look. Next time I'll do a side pony. Hello, everyone. The longest intro ever. My name's Katie. I'm the Duchess of Suds. Here at Royalty Soaps, we make really cool Royalty Soap bubbly products. Royalty Soaps was a name I picked when I was 16, and now I'm 25 and I can't get rid of it. It's so rude to myself. You know how it is, though. You're like really into something when you're a teenager, and by the time you get like middle 20s, upper 20s, you're like, might be time for a rebrand. Might be time for a rebrand. I won't rebrand. I can just hear the comment section now going, no, I love Royalty Soaps. Don't do it. I won't. I'll keep it for your sake. Today's soap is a fan design. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for sending this one in. It is the perfect quintessential autumnal soap design. Autumn Leaves is the name of it. It's just beautiful. All of those rich tones of warm autumn colors. I love it. It's just reds and browns and golds and orange, and looks like a great big leaf pile. It's the best. So without further ado, let's make some Autumn Leaves soap, shall we? So first, let us pour our lye water solution into our oils. I had someone recently ask, why do I put on gloves and safety gear, and why do I put lye in soap and then sell it to people? Like, they did not understand how putting this caustic thing into the oils could be sold and be safe for people. So I will explain it to you very briefly. When you mix the sodium hydroxide and water in with the oils, it creates a completely different chemical compound. It goes through something called saponification, and then it isn't oil and lye anymore. Woo-hoo. So now that I have equal portions of all the different soap layers, we're gonna mix them up one at a time because the fragrance oil I'm using today does accelerate and it does rise. So we have to do things very carefully. Now Jennifer was very specific, which makes my job pretty darn easy. She specified brown, yellow, orange, red, and then a burgundy color on the top. She wants them all textured. She wants cocoa powder mica lines. In between she says brown mica, but I know she'd prefer cocoa powder because it will show up a lot better. And then two-toned piping, some leaves, and she said she wanted maple sugar fragrance oil. Now I did change the fragrance to brown sugar and fig by Nature's Garden simply because the maple sugar one would discolor to like a very dark brown. I wanted to protect the integrity of her design. It still smells very sweet and it's still very autumnal. So brown is the first color. We're putting in some brown oxide by TKB. Now you can get brown mica, but brown oxide does a way better job and it takes way less. Sometimes those brown micas ended up looking like, I don't know, like gray. You just have to use a lot of them. Now this fragrance oil does curdle and it does accelerate trace. So I'm gonna mix in this color first. And then while blending, I'm gonna pour the fragrance oil in to kind of cut back on the amount of damage it's about to do. Woohoo! And you can see it looking a little chunky. I'm having to hurry. This is gonna make it really easy to texture the top though. As you can probably see, just me scraping out my container, it's already sitting right on top of that layer because it's so hard already. All right, using a popsicle stick, I'm just going to texture the top of this, and then we will put that cocoa powder line on it. It's funny, it only accelerates to a certain point, so it got hard enough to sit, but it's not like rock solid.
The soap's not rock hard like Katie's abs.
True. But if you're trying to do like intricate swirls, it's never gonna happen with this fragrance oil. Stick to layers or like in the pot because you're just not gonna have time to do anything else. It's go in with that cocoa powder. Give it a nice dusting. For this layer, it doesn't matter too much because the bottom layer is brown. I've been asked whether or not you can smell the cocoa powder in the soap whenever you do a line with it. The answer is no. Whatever fragrance oil you're using is definitely gonna overpower that. I really don't think it would even happen if you didn't have any fragrance oil at all in there. There's just not enough of it. All right, let's move along to the next layer. I've added some true yellow to this next layer, and we're gonna do this one exactly the same as before. All right, yellow is going in. I'm pouring relatively fast to make sure that everybody gets some and that it meets the end of our molds here. I might have to stop talking and the rest of this might have to be sped up because it is just requiring a lot of concentration from me, even though I know the soap frosting is gonna be much easier. With the last layer done, we're gonna mix up the piping now. So I have a little bit of brown oxide in here. I'm gonna add the lye water solution and then I'm gonna split off the batch. So there's a lighter brown and a darker brown, just like Jennifer said. So using my Atico 869 and my two-toned brown piping, I will begin, and I'm gonna try to make this pretty spiky. That's what she said she wanted, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. Which to me means kind of thick ridges there. We don't want that to be all swirly. We want it to be stiff looking so that they're coming out very defined. Sometimes that means piping a little messier just so that you can get those ridges sticking out. But remember, the cut bar is what really matters, which is honestly why soap piping is not that difficult to do. Something I would consider an intermediate technique, not necessarily an advanced one, because no matter how you pipe, even if your piping is not 100% level or you have one more over here than you do on the other side, it doesn't really matter because the cut bars, you can't really tell. And if you don't like one bit of piping, you can just scrape it off and do another, so it's pretty forgiving as well. This does definitely look like a leaf pile. I know it's kind of chocolatey looking, but if you think of it in terms of autumn, it does sort of have that crushed leaf look. I'm sure all of our Canadian viewers are going to be pleased because there is maple leaves on top of this soap and a red one at that. You can see I'm pulling up and pushing down really quick. Again, that's to create the edges. This is quick piping work for this soap. And I also chose this particular tip for that reason as well. Make those nice ridges. I'll put this last little piping on top. I have scraped it clean so we can have as much soap frosting as humanly possible. Now using Sparkle Sunshine from Mad Micas, I'm gonna spritz the entire top. She said she wanted gold glitter, so this will be the first phase of gold. So I've actually taken some of that same Sparkle Sunshine out of the container. They sell them in just regular containers and not spritzers too, just to kind of speed this along because I realized that I was gonna be putting quite a bit on top and using a tea strainer like this is gonna make it a lot faster. We've really gotta get that gold, that autumnal burnt gold on there. I'm also gonna flip these around just to make sure that I've covered both sides evenly. See, they got little baby jars. They're so cute. Put a little more of that on there. Dusty dust. Great, now that I've made a mess, It's time to put the embeds on. Here are the red and orange maple leaves that are going on top. They look super perfect. Shelly did such a good job. So I bought this set from Eco Stardust that has all these biodegradable glitter containers in it and some makeup brushes. Well, obviously I'm not gonna use this for makeup. I'm gonna use it for soap, and it's gonna be perfect, I think, for cleaning off the sides of my molds. I might need a bigger brush. So that I can actually see my markings, because it's quite hard to see them whenever there's all that gold dust on there. There we go, much better. And you would pick a makeup brush for something like this because they're used to picking up all that microfine powder to put on your face. Now these big ones I'm gonna have to place standing up because they're just going to get cut if I don't. I'm gonna stick them in the side. That way plenty of it is still visible. But for the little ones, I might consider laying those straight on the soap because otherwise they might fall off. Oh, y'all should be feeling all the autumn vibes by now. We're well into October, and that's when I personally start feeling the most autumnal. It's when Texas actually gives us a break most of the time when it comes to the weather. Things get a little bit cooler out. Hey, you guys want to see me put all these on really fast? Watch this. Ta-da! So as y'all can see, we done. I even put on some gold digger glitter from Eco Stardust. And I have found a new way to put glitter on the tops of these without messing up and putting a whole bunch in one spot. Essentially, and I saw a beauty guru do this, so I get no credit. You take a makeup brush, look, it picks it all up perfectly, and then you just tap it like this and it perfectly distributes. I don't know why it has taken me so long to figure this out, but a lot less waste too because it goes exactly where you shake it. And then when there's some left on the brush, you just tap, tap, tap. Ta-da! Now there's nothing on the brush. You guys, I feel like people have entire Pinterest boards dedicated to this specific fall aesthetic. Somebody find me a synonym for aesthetic. A theme, a look perhaps. How about this particular theme? That word is overused. I can't wait to cut it up, but we're going to have to wait at least 18 to 24 hours. Then we'll come back and we'll take a look at those layers on the inside. I'm so excited. And we'll do that after this potential quick commercial break. Oh my gosh, the sparkles. I'm crying. I'm so delighted. Look. Please ignore the holes. Just gonna press down gently with Evangeline. Okay. Let's pull one out. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Jennifer, what a good design you did. This looks absolutely stunning. The gold on top with the 3 different leaves. Oh my goodness. Also, having it all separated by a mica line was a really good idea. Smells really good too. For all of you brown sugar and fig fans, that's a Bath & Body Works scent. This is pretty much a direct duplication of that. Wow. Also, so fun to have 2 different colored reds sitting right next to each other. Oh my god.
The 2-tone piping on the top makes it look like a leaf pile with some leaves sticking out.
I think that's what she had in mind. That was a really perfect way to nail a design like this. Okay, so the question of the day is, have you ever been to a maple syrup farm where they tap the trees themselves and make maple syrup? Have you ever been to one of those, Kenneth? Why am I asking you? I know you haven't.
No, I think that we did whenever we were younger.
Wait, what, really?
And it tasted gross.
Yeah, I mean, the Americanized version of maple syrup has a lot more sugar in it than actual maple syrup, like straight maple syrup does, and it's a wake-up call whenever you try it. I would eat that every morning as a replacement for an espresso shot. But yeah, little goes a long way of real maple syrup. But I don't ever remember going to a farm. Maybe you're right. We'll have to ask Mother.
We definitely got some fresh maple. I don't know if it was a farm.
So to vote on the question of the day and let us know if you have been to one of these interesting locations, simply click the I in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, if you would like an autumnal bar for your bathroom, you can get it on November 2nd at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com. Also, the bars are really big, so if you want to chop it in half and use it for like your shower and your sink, that's what a good majority of our customers do. This was a really fun video to do, and it was a really great way to end the fan designs for this month. All 3 of the designers will be receiving a free bar of soap, and if you too would like to receive a free bar of soap and have the chance of me making your design, you can follow the instructions down in the description box below. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave us a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and do something fun for yourself today. Whether that is eating a fruit that is out of season, like a watermelon, or raking up a pile of leaves so you can jump in them. I do not care what your age is. Nobody is too old or too young to jump in a leaf pile. Okay, maybe a little too young, but you're never too old. And I will see you all soon. So until then, bye for now.